Hello. Yes, you've joined me just in time because Ash Wilson is with me from the Ash Wilson band. In fact, he's with the Wilson Brothers now. I get really confused with all this, but he's still a fantastic musician, guitarist,
Too many Wilsons.
singer. Too many Wilsons. Get rid of one of them. Come on, at least. Okay. So we talked a little bit about some of the things that have gone wrong when you've been gigging and stuff like that with your pedals, doing a meltdown and so on. But I mean, is there any sort of gigs or venues that really stick out in your head that you've played in the past, Ash?
There aren't.
That's an honest answer.
Yeah, there's not really. I mean, I've played. I mean, I'll level with you. I don't remember many of the names of the places I play anyway. And I mean, there's not. I can't think.
Have you ever played in Norfolk, where we're based?
I have played in Norfolk. I played a lovely. Oh man, now it is called. Oh crikey! Do you know what this is?
Now, haven't
I am thinking now. It's like a boat club or something. It's in
boat club. Okay.
Oh man, what is it called? I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the place.
Club. Okay. Oh,
yeah, it's like a boat club. Yeah, exactly right. I mean, Norfolk. Whittle it down a bit. We played a boat club in Norfolk once.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, the company that do the sound are called Fish Have Snorkels, which I remember that because I think that's hilarious. And oh man, yeah, what is it called? Blakeney.
Well, look, Ash,
Blakeney. Blakeney.
Oh, Blakeney, the Harbour Rooms.
That's the one. That's the one.
Great venue. Love it. Played up there many times myself. It's a really good little venue.
It's lovely. That
Gary isn't there anymore, who used to arrange the gigs. They've changed over now. Gary's retired from it. But yeah, it's a good little venue. There are some other good venues. And if you want to come and play Norwich, there's a great place called the Brickmakers in Norwich. It's won Music Pub of the Year for about the last million years, and they've got all the lights. They used to have some pretty big names up there. Dr. Feelgood, I think, has been up there, or not?
Wicked.
Wilco Johnson has been up there.
Wilco, all right, wow.
Played. Yeah, you must know him. And Hamsters used to play up there a lot. I know
do you know what? That's interesting you bring them up because my brother and I were only talking about them maybe yesterday or the day before. I used to love going to watch them, and it's almost like it's nice that you mentioned because we were saying like they've always been forgotten. Like no one ever talks about that. But they were phenomenal
a year or so ago. But he sort of retired. His dad unfortunately got really ill, so he became a carer, and he grew his house. And he said, "I haven't played guitar for about 2 or 3 years. McAllister's have gone." He said, "He said I've got it all in the lockup still." And I think he's sold it on now, all his gear. But yeah, he was. Fantastic.
No! What an incredible guitar player! I mean, again, like you were talking about influences. I was upset. I had that Hendrix anniversary live album they put out, and they used to come up and play the Lawns in Lincoln, which is quite a nice venue. And and I remember the first time I went to watch them, and I was only young. I was about 17 years old, and I got drunk. I was a bit naughty, because I was illegal drinking. But yeah, man, great band. But no, I mean, in terms of gigs, I don't really remember. I don't remember him. And I worked with a guy called Matt Beeble with Sari Shaw, and he remembers every detail. It's incredible. I never cease to be amazed at how, he'll pick a gig that we did years ago and go, oh yeah, if we're playing there again, and I'm like, oh, we've not done this one then. He's like, oh yeah, no, we did this one in 2018, in August on blah.
Do you know? I'm the same. If I was saying to my wife, if she going, oh, we've been there before, and I go, well, what venue have I played at? What pub is it? What concert? Oh, it's there, is it? Yeah, I know where it is. Then it's the only way I know around the country, really, from places I've played at.
Oh, I'm a total disaster. I don't remember. And the trouble is, when you're on tour, you because I've done since the Sean thing, I've for sort of from Sean and onwards, I've done when I've been away. We've been away for weeks, and you're playing every day. It all kind of, for me, it all just rolls into one melting pot of memories, really. But from COVID, I really missed gigging and I really missed playing. And if I'm honest, if gigs weren't going quite how I wanted them to, whether it be at an old room or a rickety PA or something, or or an empty room, you know, because you occasionally get them. I used to get a bit grumpy about it and a bit, you know, like a bit entitled, really. Like, oh, why aren't people here? I'm not bothered now. And in fact, my first gig back during lockdown was at that Flying Circus place. We sold out, 30 people. That was all they were allowed in there. There was like this it was like a 2 meter rule. So you had to be 2 meter gap between everyone in the room. So by the time they'd done that, you could get about 30 people in there. And we did this gig and everyone's wearing masks. So it was weird. But
to get back out of there again after not doing it for a while.
It was amazing.
Exactly, you know,
it was amazing to get
in a room, and I'd have done it.
Oh yeah. It was amazing to get back out there.
Let's go to a record. Let's go to a record, and we'll listen to something, and then we'll be back after this.
Cool.